What would you say are the main things that people get wrong when they go gambling? Like, if you're going to put out a message to the casual viewer, I don't endorse gambling, by the way, at all. But if you are going to do it, what tips or tricks should they have that'll cover like 80% of hopefully what they would have lost?
I mean, try to understand the strategy of the games you're playing. Like with blackjack, baccarat's easy. You just pick a side. You pick, what do you say, red or blue?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really have to there's no decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to play craps or something like that, bet the odds, because that lowers the overall edge. If you are going to play slots, make sure that you're going to be better off if you play a $1 versus 500 pennies, because there's a chance that a dollar denomination has a higher return to player than a penny version of the same game. But just only gamble recreationally. Don't, if it's money you need, don't gamble it.
The biggest mistake, I think, what comes to mind to the biggest mistake is so many things that I did wrong that you taught me. One, like I very rarely used my player's card, or I didn't really see the value of it enough, and I didn't swipe my player's card at the kiosk. I didn't take advantage of promotions that you leave a lot of money on the table if you don't use your player's card and all the promo properly. People who play video poker and do the wrong holds, like they hold something that they think is right. They'll hold an ace king over a pair of sixes, or something, depending on the game. There's different holds, but like I don't like to play Juices Wild because the holds are really, really complicated, and every mistake you make in the holds costs you a lot. Like if you play 10-play Ultimate X bonus poker with a good pay table, and you play perfectly, which is almost impossible to do, it's like 99.4% return to player. But most people play so bad that they're probably getting like 94%. And then also blackjack. The biggest mistake I see is people like kind of playing by instinct rather than the book, like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to hit that because, I think I'm going to bust, when, you should hit it mathematically.
Because you're so on the pulse with everything gambling, I'm curious, the level of information that you have access to, what have been the biggest exploits that you've come across, the biggest like treasure chests, because you knew this little bit of information that ended up taking you really far?
I mean, me personally, like I understood things like must hit by jackpots.
So whenever you're walking through a casino, you're keeping your eyes open for something like that.
I mean, it's like now like a lot of that stuff, that ship has sailed just because the information is so ubiquitous that so many people know about it. It's hard to find those kind of things anymore. It turns out to be worth very, very little. But 10, 15 years ago, if it wasn't widespread and you were the only person in a region that knew that there was a must hit by $10,000 jackpot, you could find a more profitable situation. But a lot of that stuff is like everything in life. Eventually the market figures it out and those advantages don't exist anymore. But just like if you're going to play blackjack, just get a basic strategy card or look it up on the internet so you know what you're doing. If you're going to play 3-card poker, make sure you understand that when you're supposed to bet.
But for you, when have you ever used this finely tuned knowledge?
I got one for you that I think you're comfortable telling, and it's a phenomenal story. The one that when we were at the with our friend Jonathan, and you're like, oh, I was there that night. I mean because that one's long since gone. No one's ever going to do it again.
There was just like you're talking about, take advantage of promotions, like
that promo where they got killed.
Yeah, like I mean, sometimes there'll be promotions where the casino will just be very generous. Like you can earn X amount of points, but the value of what you're getting for those points is worth more than the expected cost. Doesn't mean you're not going to lose today, but if you were able to do it thousands and thousands of times, you'll come out ahead. What's that look for?
But just because you're doing that thing that you do, like he's the king of not telling anyone anything. It's his gambler runs so deep, even when
what are you talking about?
Because tell about the freaking thing where you got paid for every W-2 and how you beat how they not you but how they got beat really bad.
There's been casinos where they have tax day promotions where they'll give you 15% of a jackpot on April 15th, right? They'll run a promotion. So if you can find a way to create a jackpot that only costs you 5%, you're going to have an edge. So things like that have
So you've
existed.
done that.
Oh yeah,
And so what did you win?
money.
And how much money did you win? How much did you risk?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
A lot.
Enough that the CEO remembered it about 10 years later,
Yeah.
and they laughed about it because they did a promo and they didn't think it all the way through. And so these smart people, they see that and they're like, well, you're going to give me, you're going to give me X dollars for every $1,200 jackpot I get. Okay, I'm going to go play $600 a hand on video blackjack, and every single hand that I win, I'm going to get a tax form. I'm going to win $100, and in an hour, I'm going to hit 100 jackpots.
And it's supposed to cost you $6. You know, your negative expectation is maybe $6, but every other hand you win 100. So it's not too hard to make a lot of money there.
Have you ever gotten an offer from a casino like, hey, can you consult us and advise us to make sure we don't make an error like that again?
I mean, yes, informally, never professionally, but there have been casinos that have reached out and asked questions like, could you take a look at this promotion to see if there's anything that doesn't make sense about it? And I've done that.
It's so cool. This guy's going to be the star of the movie.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, his character for sure.
No.
There are a lot.
Yeah, it's fun.
Can't wait for the movie to come out.
He's
Okay.
also super humble, gets embarrassed when you say nice things about him, but it's definitely you say EJ's the brains. WBG's,
Definitely is.
I mean, EJ's definitely done an incredible job there. I always get back, and he's works really, really hard, but these two together, I mean, you got super brain and a young brain, and he's learned a lot from him, and
Well, I mean, and you're very talented in front of the. You're
Yeah.
the best. He's the best in front of
Well,
the camera. It's
Yeah,
insane.
I like to think about YouTube, like social media or YouTube, what VegasMatt is, kind of like a recipe. And if you're baking a cake, for instance, you need all the ingredients. You need the salt, the sugar, the flour. And even though the flour may be 90% of it, VegasMatt, you still need the other ingredients to make the product. So
are you the salt or the sugar?
yes, I
Certainly not the dairy.
But, yeah, exactly. But I'm saying is like you need all the ingredients, and even though you may not be 90% of the ingredients, the whole product won't exist without all the elements, and they're all equally important because you can't do it without each other. And I think we just work very well together.
Yeah, when I mention to people, oh yeah, we're filming an episode with like VegasMatt soon, and they're like, oh, are you bringing on WBG and like EJ? I'm like, yeah, like they're gonna hopefully come on the show
I love
and
it.
spread some wisdom too.
Now, really quick, I just want to say that we've been traveling a lot to bring you these guests here on the Iced Coffee Hour. And if you've traveled recently, you know what happens when you start packing your bags. Clothes get way bulkier than they should be, and it's a lot more stressful than it needs to be. That's why our sponsor, Extra, really surprised me with their Travel Pack Vacuum Kit. It's designed to help you pack smarter, save space, and stay organized without overthinking it.
The Extra Travel Pack comes with compression bags and a compact rechargeable vacuum that lets you shrink your clothes down to a fraction of the size. With that, you can keep way more all in the same bag while keeping everything protected from spills, odors, and wrinkles. It's honestly wild how much space it frees up. You can turn just a small backpack into a full-on weekend bag with no checked luggage or rolling carry-on.
And just like everything Extra makes, their build quality is phenomenal. The materials feel premium, it's easy to use, and it actually makes travel way more enjoyable than it used to be.
Extra also designed their travel pack to work seamlessly with their backpacks and organizers, so everything stays clean, compact, and super easy to access when you're on the move.
And right now is the best time to buy one because Extra's running a Christmas sale from December 8th through the 26th with up to 54% off site-wide.
Not to mention, when you use our code ICED, you'll get an additional 10% off on top of that for up to 64% off the total.
Just go to partner.extra.com/iced or click the link down below, or to make it easier, we have the QR code on the screen as well. Again, that is partner.extra.com/iced with the link down below or the QR code on the screen. Thank you so much and enjoy.